Howdy folks, this is Checkers, and this is Pathfinder Kingmaker. Now, I thought about doing a nickel tour of this, but I have to be honest, I'm not even a week out of the hospital, and I don't know that I'm up to making five episodes. But I do want to show you this game because I think it's really pretty cool. If you're coming to this video from a Pathfinder or Kingmaker background, well, I won't have the expertise of others, I'm sure. I've never played a Pathfinder game before, and the only time I've played Kingmaker in the past was in Neverwinter Nights. But if you've seen my channel, if you know the things that I like, and you like the things I have to say, and you want to see how I feel about this computer role-playing game, let's take a look at character creation and starting a new game. So first off, we are given quite a bit of option in our difficulty setting. We have story mode, easy mode, normal mode, challenging, hard, unfair, and custom. From there, we can also choose individual things. How we deal with critical hits, death's door. With this option enabled, your character and companions will not die after suffering a deadly injury and will instead receive a death's door condition. If they suffer a deadly injury while under the effects of that condition, then they will die. If your main character dies, the game is over. Certain conditions and effects can kill a character without triggering death's door. Dead companions rise after combat. Remove negative effects on rest. Auto level up. Enemy stat adjustments, damage to party on a slider. Enemy difficulty. Party's speed depends on the weight you're carrying, so you will be encumbered or not depending on your weight. Kingdom management. Only active companions receive experience. Only skill user receives skill check experience. Last Aslanti mode. Only one save slot is available in this mode. The game saves automatically in key points and upon game exit. Immersive mode disables most of the lines of attack, cooldown timers, your UI stuff, and then whether or not you want to see the tutorial. For now, we will stay with normal mode and go into our next screen where we can select a character from either one of 5 pre-made characters or create new. And this is really the whole point of this video. I wanted to show you character creation. If there is one drawback up front, it's that there are not many portraits and not many options for the visual look of your character. So if I don't, say, want this fellow, but I like, say, this guy's face, but I want to make a rogue, well, he's still in plate armor, you know, you have to work your imagination around that. There are other looks and other characters, but not really as many as I'd like to see. And even, you know, say, this elf is essentially an arcane archer, I would guess, by this look. So I feel it's a little limiting in that. But otherwise, let's take a look at where we can go. Let's find someone very neutral in garb and, well, no, you're kind of paladinish, aren't you? Oh, you're definitely not very neutral. I mean, neutral as in classes, not alignment. They could be all sorts of evil or good or neutral. Alright, how about this fella? So, moving next, we see our racial choices. We have human, and the race traits, +2 to 1 ability score, and bonus feat and skilled. Elf, keen senses, elven magic, elven immunities, elven weapon familiarity. And dwarf, slow and steady, stability, hardy, defensive training, giants, hatred, orcs and goblinoids, keen senses, and dwarven weapon familiarity. Gnome, keen senses, hatred, reptilian, humanoids, defensive training, giants, illusion resistance, no magic, obsessive and slow movement, halfling, fearless, slow movement, sure-footed, keen senses, halfling luck, half-elf, +2 to 1 ability score, keen senses, elven immunities, and adaptability. Receive skill focus as a bonus feat at first level. Half orc, +2 to 1 ability score. Skilled, intimidating orc weapon familiarity and orc ferocity. And Aasimar, celestial mix race, heritage, light halo, celestial resistance. Let's just go with a human for right now. We can choose our gender and our hand. And we can choose body types, 1 of 3. Face type, 1 of 8. And skin tone, hairstyle. Trying to match the portrait here. Which is why I like having the extra portraits. Close enough. And we'll give him a dusting of beard. There. Okay. So, moving on from here, this is where it starts to get really interesting. So here are our classes down this list, and then I believe these are prestige classes. But under Alchemist, we have not just Alchemist, but Alchemist, Grenadier, Vivisectionist, and Chirurgeon. Barbarian, we have Barbarian, Armored Hulk, Mad Dog, Invisible Rager, Invulnerable Rager. Invisible Rager would be fun too. Bard, we have Bard, Archaeologist, Thundercaller, and Flame Dancer. Cleric, we have Cleric, Crusader, Herald, Caller, Ecclesia Thurge. Under Druid, we have Druid, Blight Druid, Defender of the True World, and Face Speaker. Fighter, we have Fighter, Aldori, Defender, Tower Shield Specialist, and Two-Handed Fighter. Inquisitor, Monster Tactician, Tactical Leader, Sacred Huntmaster. Magus, Eldritch Scion, Sword Saint, Eldritch Archer, Monk, Scaled Fist, Sensei, and Traditional Monk. Paladin, Divine Hunter, Hospitaller, Divine Guardian, Ranger, Freebooter, which is a pirate, Flame Warden, and a Stormwalker. Under Rogue, we also have Eldritch Scoundrel, Knife Master, which I'm trying, and Thug, Sorcerer, Imperial Sorcerer, Sylvan Sorcerer, and a Sage Sorcerer, and a Wizard with Arcane Bomber, Thessalonian Specialist, and Scroll Savant. And then we have, of course, our prestige classes, which we can't quite get to. Now, let's see. This fellow looked kind of maybe a little bit swashbuckler, freebooter. So let's choose that. As a freebooter, we are a natural leader, a pirate who works well with a variety of people and in a variety of roles. Her specialized combat tactics help organize and direct a crew, and freebooters' talents are in high demand. Most freebooters work as independent agents. A freebooter signs on with a crew when she feels the urge to travel and often moves to a new ship when her contract ends. Okay, and now we have our skills, so we can assign. We have 25 ability points, 10 base in everything. So I like to make sure everybody has at least a +1 in everything. Then we will do our extra damage in dexterity and wisdom. Okay. Yeah. And then we, of course, also have our racial bonus. So we are going to put that into dexterity. So we end up with a 12, 18, 12, 12, 15, 12 across strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Now we can allocate our skill points. Athletics is the skill representing physical abilities such as leaping, scaling walls, and swimming, and shows up in story checks and other things. Pretty handy, honestly. So since that's one of our primaries, we'll put that in. We get 5-point bonus for 1 point. Stealth, I'm not sure about. Perception and persuasion are things that I like. I like being to see what's around me. I like being able to persuade people. We have 3 points left. I think going for knowledge of the arcane and the world, just because we're a worldly pirate. And, you know, I think I'm going to go for mobility over stealth. And let's choose our next thing here. So we have point blank. These with the green circle are recommended feats. Here is the entire list of feats, which is extensive. And then the reds are the ones with the red circles here are not recommended. I like finesse because we are a dexterity-based character, and for right now, I think I will go with point blank shot, just in case we have a ranged weapon up. And another one I really like to get is blind fight, which basically removes a penalty if you're attacking an invisible character or you are in the dark. I think it removes it completely. In melee, every time you miss because of concealment, you can re-roll your miss chance percentile roll one more time to see if you actually hit. An invisible attacker gets no advantages related to hitting you in melee. That is, you don't lose your dexterity bonus to armor class, and the attacker doesn't get the usual +2 bonus for being invisible. The invisible attacker's bonus do still apply for ranged attacks, however. Okay, and so now we can choose our voice.
Their life ends here.
So many thoughts, so little time.
I have no need for this.
I won't give up.
I feel faint. My wounds pile on.
Time's not waiting.
Or, of course, you can choose no voice.
Adventures await.
Alright, I like that one's very pretentious.
Forwards.
And let's see, this is the 27th of September currently, so why don't we... There. 9th month, 27th day. And I like neutral good as an alignment. What's interesting, I feel, is they don't really explain too much about the individual alignments. But in general, my take on neutral good is someone who prefers to see good done, and if that breaks the law, that's too bad. And if it works within the law, that's just fine. The most important part of that is the good. Now, so we've got a good pirate. What would our good pirate be called? How about Silver Tongue, because he's good at perception. And next we'll get an overview of everything involved with our character. Freebooter for the class, and then all of our stats: melee attack, combat maneuver, armor class, saving throws, special abilities, feats, skills, spells, and well, we have a character. And should we hit complete, we will step into the world of Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori swordlord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
And welcome to Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Where are they? This is taking forever. It didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
Alrighty, I just wanted to take a look at character creation with you all because I really love the number of options that you're given, and basically your ability to create a character that you really yourself want to play. If you want to play, you know, a knife-wielding master or a diamond-souled monk, those are your choices. It's pretty amazing, and it only gets more amazing from here, I feel. So we may see more of Pathfinder Kingmaker and take a few steps in the world, but not this time. For now, I think I would like to say thank you for watching. I hope you found the video informative and maybe even just a little entertaining. I would like to invite you to subscribe. Thank you kindly if you are already subscribed. Thank you kindly for all your kind words and support over the last week or so. I really appreciate it, guys. And most of all, I would like to ask you to please take care.